Text our show. Text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. You can also call us right now live in the studio, 877-937-1047. It's Monday, September 23rd. Jenna on our show. We sent her to Vegas to the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Behind the scenes, passes to everything she could possibly go to. How was it, Jenna?
It was incredible. It was such a fun weekend. Waking up, it's been a long weekend, but it was so amazing. Such an amazing experience.
What was your favorite?
Honestly, I think just seeing these celebrities so up and close. Like, I've never been that close to literally any celebrities, and just trying to act calm, but also, like, you know, trying to get in, like, a quick hey.
Like who?
Like Halsey, Dua Lipa, Big Sean, Doja Cat walking by. Because we were in a spot where we could see them all kind of getting onto the red carpet or the stage. So, like, you had a quick second with them, but just being able to see them up close was, like, so surreal. It was really cool.
So Jenna posted a video of Tiffany Haddish walking through the backstage area, right? And Tiffany Haddish was with a friend of mine. So I took a screenshot of it. I sent it to Jenna. I go, Jenna, that's my friend Chris. Like, go say hi. Get stuff, right? Meaning, hey, Chris, I'm Jenna with John Jay and Rich. Oh, can I get some stuff with Tiffany Haddish? And Jenna sends me a selfie of her and my friend Chris.
I'm weak. Mission accomplished. I was like...
That's not what I wanted. I was trying to tell you that.
He's the guy behind the guys.
I was telling you that so that you would say, hey, Chris, John Jay said you take care of me, or you whatever, so he can take you with him wherever he's going. You get a little interview with Tiffany Haddish.
That's what the intention was. I mean, I went up, I was like, hey, are you Chris by chance? And he was like, yes. And I was like, oh, I'm Jenna with John Jay and Rich. Like, John Jay told me to come find you. And he did mention that he was with Tiffany Haddish and he had brought her, but that's as far as that went. But we were kind of backstage.
You gotta ask.
I think because we were kind of backstage. Doja Cat was just about to go on. He was very busy, so I didn't have a chance to ask that. But that's you know, I was happy to meet him, but I was hoping maybe he'll take me somewhere. But no, it was awesome. It was just very cool to even get a quick high in with these celebrities.
Were you trying to nose your way in, or were you trying to be a fly on the wall, kind of?
I was trying to be a respectful fly on the wall, but then,
it's a weird situation because if you get a little because they get a little guardy about celebrities.
Very much, and I didn't want to step on any toes or like do the wrong thing. So
that's where you need Payton to help you.
I was about to
Payton's
say,
got no
I
problem.
asked for forgiveness later.
That's what you do, Payton.
Payton would have been on stage introducing Halsey.
And
I'm sorry, everybody. Hold up, real quick. I got something to do.
And you should. No, absolutely.
We would have had meetings about Payton this morning.
There was a chance at the end where I was able to get onto the red carpet, I think, because it was like the final night and everyone had kind of already done their thing. So that was cool. I got to go on and see the red carpet. And then we actually were able to go backstage. That's where I saw your friend Chris, was like right in between where like the stage starts and like the red carpet area. And then we were able to watch the show from there. So that's
cool.
That's where we saw Doja Cat and The Weeknd, which was great spot to see them.
So how were the performances? Was there like any crazy special guests? Like, what was your favorite set?
I think my favorites were the last night, Doja Cat. I'm fully back in my Doja Cat era. That girl
awesome.
knows how to perform.
I love the video of Doja Cat on stage of her. And I like
cool.
I wonder if that's a new look right now I'm seeing where you like, because I saw Chris wearing it too. Like slacks.
Yes,
and
everyone.
like a t-shirt or something.
Right.
That's kind of a thing. I need to do that, except I hate slacks.
That's because even Halsey was given like the kind of business
business
look.
pants, but dance like there's no tomorrow.
Suspenders.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love this. I'm here for it. Which, by the way, I think the one celebrity that I was like in awe of was Halsey. Like, seeing her, she just has this like aura to her that is so kind, and you just want to like be her friend. And the way she spoke about her struggles and everything she's come over, I was like, I love this woman. And her fiance, Avon, was standing right there. And the way he was watching her was like, oh my God.
And isn't he Beck from Victorious?
Yes.
See, that's my childhood right there.
I know. I was geeky. I was sitting right next to him and I was like, don't say anything weird about Victorious right now. Like, try to hold it in.
So you flew there, right? Mm-hmm. A friend of mine drove there, and he has an electric car. Now, I was very specific with him. How long does it take you to drive to Vegas from here in a normal gas car? He's 5 hours. In his electric car, he had to stop to recharge. Took him 8 hours.
Ooh, wow.
I know. That's where I'm like, I think I just can't. That just doesn't seem. I want my time. I want my time.
I'm not a big fan of the electric car on road trips around the city. Big fan.
I was like, dang, dude. And then he goes, and I said, so how long did it take to charge? He goes, it only takes about 20 minutes to charge. He goes, every time I've been to a charging station, let's say there's 7 chargers, 4 of them don't work, and it's usually waiting in line to use the charger.
Yeah.
Is that how it is at all for you, Kyle? Do you have to wait?
I've never driven my electric car anywhere far enough where I literally have to stop in the middle of a road trip. So,
but do you wait or no?
No, I've never had to wait. Like, really, the farthest I think I've gone is like Payton, which is an hour and a half away, and I've never had to wait at the charging station.
He's like, every time he has to wait.
The little app I use tells you when you're pulling up which chargers are empty and how long it's going to take you to charge your car.
That's fancy.
Which is pretty cool. But, I mean, on a road trip, that would give me total anxiety.
Yeah, I think it depends on the personality of the person that owns the car.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I know
for
if
sure.
I had an electric car, it would be dead all the time. In fact, we got this Cars and Canines thing on Saturday this weekend. And every year the luxury auto collections let me borrow a car, and usually it's a fancy. They want me to drive around in one of their cars, like a Ferrari or Lamborghini or Rolls Royce or something. And my son Dutch goes, "Dad, get a Cybertruck." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I like those." And I thought, wait a minute. I don't think you could just borrow an electric car because you have to probably have the charging station at your house.
You're
That's
gonna want
so
one.
true. That's
Or
so
at
true.
work. And we don't have one here.
But my thing was, normally I drive a car for a couple days, so I think it would die.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of going through this right now. My mom is out of town, so she asked to take my car because she drives an electric car and I have a gas car. So I was like, yeah, sure. And she's like, you can drive my electric. And I was like, I don't want your electric car because I don't have a charger, which means I'm going to have to go to your house, which means I'm going to have to charge at your house.
Right.
I'm so out on that.
Right.
So now my boyfriend's driving my dad's car and I'm driving his car. I found every loophole to not have to take that electric car.
What have you done, Elon? What have you done? Anyway, Kyle Unfug with 3 things you need to know.
It hasn't even been a month since the world was introduced to Moo Dang, the adorable little pygmy hippo. And Moo has taken the world by storm with her expressions, cute little pudginess, and now Moo Dang is getting her very own live stream. The Thailand Zoo, where the bounty pig is staying, setting up a 24-hour live stream just to capture all of her adorable antics. That should be set up by the end of this month. They said, look, when they started sharing her on the internet, they had no idea that she would become so popular. And pygmy hippos are actually an endangered species. There's fewer than 3,000 of them left in the wild, and now everyone wants to save the pygmy hippos.
They're so cute, though.
I have one in my house, Maggie. She's an English bulldog. It's just like her. Just looks like the pygmy hippo.
So cute. So, Rich, I totally thought of you when I saw this. They say that a deep space signal has reached Earth. Now, they think this signal came from 8 billion light years away. Scientists have no idea who or what is sending this signal, because I got a few of them last year, too, but are theorizing that this could show actual signs of alien life.
There it is. That's the movie Contact with Jodie Foster.
I know, it was straight out of a movie.
What's the signal?
It's just like
hello?
a little radio noise, almost like a blip.
Oh.
But because they
What
don't
if the
know
guy, the scientist,
who it was.
oh, sorry, it was my phone. I had a text.
I mean, it could be, an old satellite, but being from so far away, it sounds like it's not organic. It sounds like it's,
I just don't
measured.
understand how they can tell it's from 8 billion light years away, but that's just me. I'm not science. So if you guys ever been invited to something, you really don't want to go, but then you kind of feel like you have to go, or you don't really want to decline the event.
Happened to me yesterday.
Okay, see, it's such a relatable feeling. So this article just came out and said, listen, don't hesitate to say no to a social event you're invited to, because we overestimate the consequences of us saying we're going to pass. They said people don't really care. They care if you come. They want you to come. That's why they invited you to come. However, they're pretty understanding when you consider the reasoning for, you saying you can't go. Oh, I have something going on with my family, or I already have something planned there. But they do say they are more understanding when you do say. Just a no is kind of oh, harsh. But also at the same time, we overestimate and freak out more about, but they're going to hate me for not going, or I'm going to feel guilty. And don't feel guilty, they say, because it's the rest of the people of the party are there, and they want to be there, and so they're going to make it happen.
It's funny. It's a different. It depends on, I think, on what you do for a living. Because what we do for a living, I say yes so I can get content. Right. That's how I look at it. I would much rather stay home, but I got invited to the Arizona Cardinals Detroit Lions football game yesterday, and I didn't want to go. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get content. And I mean, I've been talking about it all morning.
Right here.
All morning.
Right here's it.
Content.
Wow. Well, just if you don't want to go, just don't go. And maybe do think of a nice excuse because that seems to help. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Actually, and I left in the fourth quarter because parking. So you know how you got to have
That's always the jam
Yeah.
at a big sports
But
thing.
you know
is
what
where
happened?
get-
So
where you get parking.
there's like 40,000 people, 60,000 people, and they're all parking. And I got there right before the game was starting, and I was trying to park. There's so many people, and I turned in the corner. It says like orange parking passes only, and I didn't have a parking pass. So like, oh God, I'm stuck in traffic, and I'm stuck in traffic in the orange parking lane only. And then I go through. They just direct me, and they direct me to a parking space. I didn't have a parking space. I didn't have a parking pass. But I got in the wrong line.
You got lucky.
And it's
You.
like, nobody said, let me see your pass. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay.
Orange parking.
Orange parking. Yeah. Payton, what's the vibe today for horoscopes?
The TV show Friends debuted 30 years ago yesterday, so I'm going to tell you which Friends character fits your vibe the best based on your zodiac sign.
Hey, Shanae, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Right. And Shanae's a Gemini. Shanae, did you ever watch Friends?
Yes, I did. I'm trying to figure out who I am.
Well, I'm going to tell you because I have your answer for my Geminis. You guys are witty, you guys are sarcastic, and you guys are the master of the pivot. So you are 100% Chandler Bing. Your quick humor and adaptability make you the go-to friend for lightening up serious situations, but you've also got a deeper and more emotional side that only a few people get to see.
That is very true.
And later you might
That's
die in a
it.
hot tub. No?
Right? But that's not
Too
that.
soon. Too soon.
Look, I got stuff to do. I ain't trying to do all that.
Stay healthy, Shanae.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Shanae.
Oh my gosh.
Steve, what's your sign? Good morning.
Good morning. I am a Cancer.
With Cancers, sensitive and emotional, you guys are Ross Geller to the T. He is such a Cancer. You guys are deeply connected to your family and friends, and you have a huge heart when it comes to the people that you love. You can be nostalgic, and let's just say you might overthink a few things, like how many times you and Rachel were on a quote-unquote break.
You know what? I'm happy with that one. That's a good character to be.
I think so, too. I think everybody loves Ross.
Right?
All right, Steve, have a great day. Thanks for listening.
You guys have a good day.
November.
Good morning.
The Taurus.
Hi.
November. Hello.
Hey, oh, my Taurus for November. You're all about living in the moment, and nothing screams that more than Joey. His love for food, his love for naps, and simple pleasures. You are super loyal to your friends, and when you love something or someone, you really commit to it.
Hey, how you doing?
There it is.
All right, love it. All right,
Thanks, November.
Hi, November.
How about for Libras?
Yeah, Kyle, for my Libra, you're the ultimate peacemaker, like Phoebe Buffet. You love balance and harmony and good vibes, and you got that quirky and creative side that people find super intriguing, and you're always the one trying to make sure everyone gets along. And also, your aesthetic is just chef's kiss.
She's my favorite. Smelly cat. Smelly cat.
That works. That works for Kyle.
How about for Pisces?
Yeah, Rich, Pisces, you're the dreamy, sensitive one who's low-key, just in the background, kind of like Gunther from Friends.
Oh, I knew you were going to say Gunther. I knew you were going to say
have
Gunther.
strong feelings, but you don't always express them all the way, and you're thoughtful and you're loyal and you're always there when your friends need you.
You're so Gunther. You even look like him.
Great. I was so hoping I was going to be Gunther. I'd almost rather be Janice.
How about for you, for Leos?
Well, Leos, we're the star of the show, and nobody embodies that more than Rachel Green. So, Leos, we love the spotlight, and we're never afraid to chase our dreams, whether that's starting over in a new career or being the fashion icon in our friend group. We just have that magnetic charm that makes everyone want to be around us.
Okay, how about Virgo?
Virgo, John J. Monica Geller is peak Virgo energy. You are organized, detail-oriented, and maybe a little too focused on perfection sometimes. But hey, it is what makes you the rock of your group, and people can always count on you to have a plan.
All right, if we missed your sign and you want to know what Friends character you are, go to johnjanerich.com. Yetta Gibson in the studio. A year ago, we were guests on your show.
Yes.
Right? It was the debut kind of
It
this. What's the
was.
name of the TV show?
Arizona Family Originals with Yetta Gibson.
Good. And so now
Love
you're
it.
kicking
Don't
off.
forget the last part.
You're kicking off season 2.
I am kicking off season 2.
So how did season 1 go?
Season 1 was great. We had Wanda Durant. We had Michael
Strahan.
I got
Jackson.
Douglas.
Oh, the Michael Jordan house. Remember you gave me that
yeah,
house?
the shoe house.
Oh, yeah.
The
Bret Hart.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bret Hart.
Wasn't that
which-
house crazy?
That house was ridiculous.
I told you it was worth it.
You know what? You didn't do it justice. You
Right.
told me it was great. You sent me the article, but when I went in there, I was like, oh my goodness. So we featured that house. Drew Barrymore, we went up there and interviewed her. John Jay and Rich, you heard of them?
Mm-hmm.
They were on the show.
That must have been a hard interview.
No, that was one of the most fun for season 1. The Pop the Balloon Challenge, have you seen that?
I think I did.
When they go, the people go on the show and they all have a balloon and they walk,
yeah.
and the people walk in and they pop the balloon if they don't like them. It's this viral show. I mean, they've already been on iHeart New York.
You mean
They've
like
been
a dating show?
It's a dating show that's
So-
filmed here.
I've never heard of it.
You've got
I,
to.
I know about it because of your show.
So what do you
gotta
mean?
go. What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean? It's on iHeart.
They've been on a media tour because they've gone viral. They went up to iHeart in New York and did a big thing. They were on Tamron Hall. They've been everywhere.
Why weren't they on iHeart Phoenix?
Because you just found out about them. Because you haven't heard
We
about it.
missed the balloon on
So
that one.
it's a dating show. So if you're a girl and they bring in three guys, and one guy, the first guy
So,
walks in, you like him.
So there's 7 guys ish, and they all have a red balloon. So the girl walks in, and immediately, visually, if they don't like the girl, they pop the balloon, which is very rude.
If the guy doesn't like the girl, they pop the balloon.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the ones who are still holding the balloon, the host interviews them and goes, okay, interviews the girl, and she tells them about herself. And if she says something they don't like, they continue popping the balloon. It's the funniest
But she
thing.
gets to pop a balloon too.
No, so then it gets even better. The host goes over to the people who popped the balloon and go, why did you pop your balloon? And they go, well, I don't like her toes.
Oh,
I can see that.
She kind of has her hair coming from here.
it's a good reason as any.
Where does this show exist?
It is filmed in Glendale, in this production house in Glendale,
No,
and
where do you watch it?
you watch it on YouTube.
It's a YouTube show. Man, I've never
You've
heard
got to watch it because listen, I can get her on your show.
Yeah.
Because
We should just do that with us. Like have her
No, it
interview
would be-
us and see who she likes, who she doesn't like.
it
That's
would,
funny.
it would be good for this show for sure. It's very interesting.
Feels like a BBC type concept.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you not
it's so
seen it,
brutal.
Payton?
No, I've
Oh,
never seen
you-
it, but I kind of wish I came up with the idea because that's genius.
No, it's crazy. They said they had seen the concept on Instagram and social, and they just decided to do a show on it.
Oh, wow.
And it went wild.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was on the
Anybody
show.
get married because of that?
They said they have one success story.
Okay.
But that happened after the show.
That's
so
better
I
than
haven't
The Bachelor.
I haven't seen that yet. They have one success story where the two are getting married.
And you're nominated for an Emmy.
An Emily.
Emmy.
Yeah.
An enemy.
That's
I'm
where Nemo lives.
so happy to have the enema.
You don't have to be nominated for one of those. You
So,
can just do that on your
do
own.
you have people booked for season 2 already?
I do. I have a surprise.
Oh, you do?
So I went out to New York because, the CBS affiliates, it's Drew Barrymore is on CBS. So she granted us an interview because of the CBS thing. She called me back and she wants me to, do you guys watch Drew?
Every
I
now
love
and
Drew
then.
Barrymore.
I've seen some of it.
Well,
Have you seen Drew's News?
No.
Okay.
we just found out about the balloon.
I guess you guys are just
Drew
working.
Barrymore has a show?
She has,
Last time I saw her, she was on E.T. She was a little girl.
I actually just bought an air fryer, a Drew Barrymore air fryer.
She has her own air fryer?
Oh, she has her own cookware line and everything.
What?
They're very
Really?
attractive. You can get them at Walmart.
I didn't know
not know
that.
that. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
they're
it.
so
Maybe-
cute. The air fryer was only $39.99.
Oh,
so I
you
got
know-
it.
That's a steal.
You know what? I'm going to bring that up because she
You
called me
should.
back to be on her show. I'm
Yes.
flying
Oh,
to
out
do the news.
tomorrow. I'm going to do the
Drew's
news.
News.
I'm
That's
going to be on
kinda
the
cool.
show.
How
Yeah.
fun.
Fun.
You should, is it live, her show?
No.
Oh, say
It's
at
gonna
some
be
point
in
you'd Hey, and this
October.
Drew's News brought to you by the Drew Barrymore air fryer.
Yes, and I'm going to go, Kyle loves your air fryer.
I do.
So we have our show season 2 debuting tomorrow featuring Deborah Norville.
Well, she's so nice.
She's great.
She's
I mean,
first class. Every time we've ever had her on our show, ever, she always writes a note and says thank you.
Yeah.
Always.
She's very nice. Did you know she had a whole scandal? I don't know how I
No.
did.
About
Well,
what?
like a political candidate, wasn't she like kind of hooking up with somebody?
No, she
RFK?
wasn't one of those.
Rich is on one.
No, I mean, you know what's funny? I went up there because I
Are you
thought she
sure?
was great and I just wanted to talk to her. Then she just kind of word vomited this whole side of her.
What's the scandal?
So basically, she got a job at the Today Show Jane Pauley was the host.
Right.
Do you remember that?
I remember she got pushed out. It was drama.
Well, it felt like
It was very Jay Leno.
It felt like Jane Pauley got pushed out, but it was Deborah Norville who was much younger.
And everybody hated her.
Everybody hated her, and she just could barely get a run on the show because everybody hated her because she was the young woman who pushed the older woman out. But she made it. I mean, because she's been on Inside Edition for 35 years.
Well, that's the thing. Inside Edition, it's been around forever. But you know what's funny? You know who used to host Inside Edition?
Who?
I don't. 35 years before?
Bill O'Reilly.
Oh.
Was it Inside? Yeah, it was Bill O'Reilly. Yeah.
Let's Do It Live?
Yeah, that guy.
Was that moment?
I don't know if it was that moment, but he hosted that show. You know what's funny is I'm watching Monster on Netflix. You know the Menendez brothers that killed their parents?
Yeah, my sister was telling me about that last night.
It takes place like in 1989 to 1992, I think. And at one point they're talking about, a guy goes, the news cameras are out here, hard copy, and a current affair. And I was like, wow, where did those shows go? Right. And then today you bring up Inside Edition, which is along the lines of those shows. It's still
That's
here.
the one that survived.
I don't think the other two are there.
I mean, she'll be 35 years. I mean, that's unheard of. Shows don't stay on that long anymore. So.
What about your dating life? Did you get into that on your show?
But let me just tell you this, because
She's been popping balloons.
Make sure you guys watch that. So I heard you talking about The Perfect Couple. One day I went ahead and watched it, and it was this big thing. So on a satellite tour, you know, they were doing media stuff, and we had Leave Schreiber.
I love him.
So we did an interview with him. He was on the show, and I was begging the producers to do like this mashup of the open of the show. When I saw you guys doing it, I was like, guess what, John G. and Rich, they did like a rendition of that, and we couldn't use it because of rights. I was so mad. So I was trying to get you in a...
That would have been amazing. We love Leah.
Yeah, I would have loved to do the interview with you.
Yeah.
He was Ray Donovan.
Yeah,
he was also Wolverine's brother in Wolverine.
He was in a lot of shows that I didn't watch because he's kind of a villain all the time.
Not in Ray Donovan.
Ray Donovan.
He's
you gotta watch Ray Donovan. It's really good.
He's kind of a villain in The Perfect Couple. Kind of.
He is, but I mean the other movies and things that he does, he's too much of it. I don't watch those kind of villainy shows. Anyways, dating life. Listen, thank you for the hookup. It didn't work.
Oh, didn't know. But other than that, do you discuss that on your show? You should bring each week have a new guest that somebody dated and recap your date.
Pop their balloons.
No, I'm too shy to do that. I would be freaked out.
So the guy I set you up with, that is over? It's not even you're not even friends anymore? You don't even text?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you go crazy on him or something?
Why did I have to go crazy?
50 seconds.
Okay. Oh, dang. Okay, Yetta Gibson. Watch her show on 3TV
Always a woman,
and
right?
CBS, right?
Always the woman. on Channel 3 TV, Arizona's Family Original. Season 2, we're talking to Gaga's dad, too. We got him.
Oh, good.
Who's interesting.
The top things we fight about with our in-laws. Oof. Take a guess.
I don't have those anymore.
Time of holidays.
Where to go eat?
Politics, lifestyle choices.
Yeah, I can see that.
Disputes about our partner, money, and parenting decisions.
Okay.
Someone in California had their car broken into on Friday the 13th, and the only thing that was stolen was a cardboard box. The owner says in the box was $1 million in cash.
Stop it right now.
Police are investigating.
I would say that too.
Has anyone here, you guys ever gone apple picking? Anyone ever gone apple
sure.
picking?
No, I've always wanted to, though. That's on my fall bucket list.
I've never gone apple picking,
That's
although
kind
we
of a
did
thing
have
in Georgia.
We did have an apple tree in our yard, but someone posted a list of reasons why apple picking is the worst fall activity.
What?
They include the fact that you're paying to do work. There's rotting fruit everywhere, and literally every grocery store has apples.
Was that the viral TikTok?
Yes.
I saw her and I literally laughed out loud. She's like, there's crying kids everywhere.
But it's fun.
If you want to go apple picking, bad idea, stay home.
No, man, it's like a rite of fall.
What kind of world are we in when apple picking is bad?
It's villainized.
Yesterday was officially the first day of fall, by the way.
Oh, happy fall.
Yeah.
Yes. My kids were talking about that in the car.
Are you guys familiar with Mozart?
Yes.
Did you see the news about Mozart? What happened to Mozart?
No. Well,
They found music that he wrote when he was a young teenager.
okay.
And I guess people are going crazy. It was found in a library in Germany. It's an previously unknown piece of music composed by him. So they took it and they composed it. So here, I mean, think about this. The guy's like, what, 13? Like, how old? Like
Mozart? I don't know. I mean, how old he was when he wrote it, but he was like one of the 5 genius composers.
Yeah. He was 13 when he did this music you're going to play for us?
Yeah, he was 13.
Okay, let's hear it. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah. But it's mad.
He's
joke. I mean, the story's true. The story's true, but the song is not. That's not.
I was like, wow, Mozart, that was a jam.
That's
Michael Jackson stole that from Mozart.
a list of pop culture facts from the 2000s. You know the song Hey Ya?
Yeah.
Outcast.
How's that go, Yetta?
Hey, ya.
It's actually a sad song. I didn't know that.
It is?
Didn't you bring that up last week with the Billie Eilish
The
song?
Billie
Payton?
Eilish, yeah, Birds of a Feather. It's like such a flowery and upbeat tempo song, but the
But it's
lyrics are
sad?
like so dark.
Wait, you think you got it? Oh, you think you got it? How?
Shake It Like a Polaroid picture is very sad.
Very sad. Also, some facts from the
sad. I gotta
2000s.
listen.
YouTube was conceived as a video dating site, and Russell Crowe recommended Hugh Jackman for Wolverine when he turned it down.
Interesting.
Yeah. The big story in sports this morning is Taylor Swift did not attend last night's Chiefs game.
You see how sad Travis Kelce looked on the sideline? That's all over TMZ, that he's just like moping around on the sidelines because she's not there.
How are we feeling about Travis Kelce in general?
He's
all
like,
right.
he's like a Labrador.
He's everywhere. I heard he was moping around because he hasn't scored a touchdown yet.
Well, that could be it too.
Like, that's
Well,
great.
didn't they say they're like not using him as much? He's like their special weapon now. They don't want him to get hurt. They don't want to play him as much. If that were me and I was in the NFL and I was getting all the plays at one point, I would say, give me all the plays. I don't care if I get hurt.
Yeah.
He's getting all that money now.
Yeah.
Something's up.
Rich, what we got for life hacks?
Let's talk about the hack to finding things that you lose, like stuff that you lose all the time. Kyle, I know you're always a phone loser, right? Like you lose your phone a lot.
That is what they call me, a phone loser.
Yetta, I don't know how OCD you are. You kind of like know where your stuff is all the time?
No. The
Okay.
phone is the worst. I always lose that thing.
So this detail helps your brain like scan the area different. Most people scan the room left to right. So they say when you're looking for empty parking spaces, maybe you're looking for an open seat in a stadium, and maybe you're looking for your keys that you lost, don't go left to right because your brain notices smaller details. If you go right to left, switch it up. Look through the room right to left. Especially, it's useful when you're searching for things in cluttered spaces. Look right to left, not left to right. I see everybody's head moving right to left, looking for something they lost in this room.
Well,
Did you find it? Did you find it, Payton?
No, I didn't find it. I was confused.
That hack and many more. You right to left and...
I figured it out. I had to do the little finger L's.
Okay, now you got it?
Okay, now I'm good.
Okay. I will draw you a little graph on how to look left to right and put it up on the website at johnjaneRich.com.
You know, there's actually a story today about how many adults forget their left and rights. That was a story. I was going to do it in Saxon Hacks.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, but I didn't realize it actually was going to come
I
up
do it all the
organically.
time.
I think I do too.
You do?
Yeah, I mean,
When
not
somebody's
all-
like, put your left foot forward in a thing, you're like, which one's the left?
well, it's mostly on TV. It's like, go left, and it's like opposite.
Oh, yeah. When
So
you're
I
following
get-
like an exercise
Yeah.
program on TV.
Yeah, I get all confused, yeah.
Do you still have, here's the headline. Do you still have issues with your left or right hand? Lots of adults do. Apparently it's not that uncommon for adults, and there's a whole thing on it. But I'm not going to get into it.
Please don't.
We're just headlines.
Our text line, by the way, you can text us. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. We got a text, Payton, that says, why does Payton's dad feel the need to constantly attack commenters on Instagram?
I don't know. It's my dad.
He's
I
just
feel like-
protective. He's just being Papa Bear.
Yeah, I don't know if he's attacking you. He's defending you, I think,
I
right?
think that's
Yeah.
fair.
What
Right.
are people
I
saying
mean, when
about
you're
Payton?
being mean to a 26-year-old for no reason, I would assume that your dad would want to
Don't
defend
mess with
you.
Show.
I don't know.
Show's going to come
I
after
would
you.
assume. I don't know, though.
What's his name?
Showtime.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you feel about this? Payton shared this with us on Friday, and someone's commenting. He says, John, Jane, Rich, Payton, I also cut my man's toenails. And I too enjoy cutting and cleaning his toenails. We've been together 8 years. I've been cutting them since year one.
Oh, gosh.
I have also shaved his legs and toes, cut his hair, trimmed his beard, and lined it up with a straight blade. However,
Wow.
this is a rare, but the toenails are monthly.
Oh, see, this is why the connection didn't work out. I wasn't clipping the toenails.
You're not in love if you're not clipping
I'm
the toes.
not in love.
Payton, don't let those guys make fun of you. I used to cut my husband's nails for fun and started when we were just dating.
It's disgusting.
He's the only one I've done it for, and it's therapeutic.
I guess
It really
if you
is.
keep up with them, it's not disgusting. The toes look good if you keep up with the maintenance, right?
Go get a pedicure. Stop it. Stop it.
John J. Rich, Payton cutting her boyfriend's toenails. I used to wax my husband's Payton's back with those crappy Sally wax strips. I always start in the middle so he can't back out and we can't finish.
That's awesome.
How do you feel about that, John Jay?
The waxing?
You want to get waxed by your wife?
No, man. If she ever plucks an eyebrow hair out of me, it's awful. It's painful. It's terrible. Anyway, we are officially commercial free.
Oh.
And somebody just messaged and they talked to text. They said, to all of you commenting on the show, Payton's dad is commenting on haters. Heck yeah. I don't go a lot where there's comments because I get very upset with haters. I even defended Payton, and I'm just a listener that doesn't go on where you can comment much better. If it was one of my children, I would be defending my child, saying stuff about them as well. I don't know if I'm sorry I spelled your name wrong, Payton, but I'm driving to work and I'm talking to text right now. Everyone have a great day. It's a 480 number. All right. So that's it. Payton's awesome, and her dad is protecting her. And there's only two people, the same two people that say stuff over and over again. They're losers. All right. Rich went to New York City.
Yeah, a quick weekend trip to go see my daughter Audrey, who is 18. She just started fashion school, her college, in the middle of Manhattan. And the first couple of days that she was out there by herself, she was kind of in anxiety mode, which you would be, learning a giant city like that. So I booked the soonest trip that I could out there. But as we talked every day, she was starting to get a little bit more down with the city, and she would go out every day. So I flew out to go see her, and I get a ride from the airport to the hotel, and she's standing in the lobby of the hotel like, "What's up? Drop your bags. Let's go walk the town. Let's go out and eat." So I landed at 9 p.m. and New York City at 9 p.m. on a Friday night is hustling. Whatever COVID happened, New York City is back in a big way. I mean, there were people everywhere. So we went out and got something to eat and hung out a little bit. Then Saturday, we did everything. We went to Central Park. We went to the Upper East Side. We went to Soho. We went to go see the FAO Schwartz store. We went and used the bathroom at Trump Tower, which are the cleanest bathrooms I've ever seen in my whole life. Wherever you stand politically, he's got clean bathrooms. So that's nice. So we hit the whole city, and then Saturday night we went to go see Hamilton on Broadway.
That's awesome.
Which I've never been to a Broadway show on Broadway before. That was astoundingly awesome. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you say. I don't know if I've seen it on tour. Maybe I just watched it on TV. But in person, Hamilton, lights out, one of the best live performances I've ever seen. I'm talking concerts, plays.
But you don't know if you've seen it before in person?
I feel like I've seen it.
I feel like you would remember, because it's pretty. I saw it in New York and I saw it at Gamage, and it's both impressive, but seeing it in New York City is like, whoa.
It was crazy good. It sounded great. The everything was great. Loved it. And then we walk outside and we're in the middle of Times Square, at 11 p.m. on a Saturday night. And it is just a sea of humanity. And it just smells like food carts and pot. It's all you can smell. Food carts and pot. And we're some people are partying, some bodies we're stepping over because they just collapse in the middle of the street. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess you got this. So I told her, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about you being 18 years old and walking the streets of New York at night, just kind of hanging out. Mm-hmm. And she's like, we always have the buddy system. She's like, I got my pepper spray. I'm good. So I had a great time right until we said goodbye yesterday, because I'm standing outside of her dorm in the middle of Manhattan, and I give her a hug, and I get in the taxi, and I'm like, I've just thrown my child to the wolves. She's all by herself.
Yeah.
It was so hard. I cried so hard in that cab, but I know,
Richard.
I know she's got it, because we walk into places, we walked into the Gucci store, and the employers all know her, because she stops by with her friends. They look at the fashion.
There's that girl that never buys anything.
That's what I was going to ask you.
I think that came up. Well,
did you take her shopping? Because she is in fashion school.
We shopped for stuff, but we shopped for things she needed.
So you didn't walk Fifth Avenue and go to the Gucci and Louis and buy her everything that she wanted?
No, I do not do that. But
the pictures you posted, I don't know if this is going to sound strange or not, but I'm pretty emotional. When I saw them, I was like, I was so happy for you. And then
yeah, she's got it. She knows that whole town already. Oh yeah, we jumped on the subway and she's like, okay, we're going to Soho. We jump on the 1. We get off at 5X. It's she's got that town wired.
But here's what I was going at. She's 18. And then Kyle's daughter had a birthday over the weekend. She's 10.
Yeah.
And I think there was something that you said that hit you.
Because
which was,
it's like the maths of being a parent is like time is such a thief, because she just turned 10. And I think about like the moment that both of you guys have gone through somewhat recently when your kids turn 18 and they leave the house. Like, I'm over halfway done with her, like, be able to be with us all the time before she goes off and lives her life as an adult. And I'm like, no, I only got 8 more summers left.
Actually, you know what's interesting for me is just yesterday I had this moment where I was like, I could hear their voices as little kids in my head, and I was like semi-devastated.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I missed that. Like, I wish there was a way to go back in time and have that moment with them. I hear their voices.
Aww.
You know, and then I saw the picture of you and Audrey, and
it's
I was
cool.
like, wow.
She's launching something great, you know, and she's not nervous at all. In fact, she may be overconfident about walking around and handling stuff. So I'm more freaked out than she is, but she loves her school. She loves her roommate. She loves New York City. She'll probably never move back home. I could just see it. I didn't. Once I left, I was like, okay, see ya. I'll see you on the holidays. And that's what we did. I'm like, she's like, I'll see you on Thanksgiving. And that was that. And she's back at it again. But New York City, thinking about going, there's no reason for you to be bored in New York City for any moment of time. Everything is right there, and it is popping.
You know, it's funny you brought up that when you walked out of Hamilton, it smelled like weed and food carts. I went and saw Hamilton at that same exact theater. It's a famous theater, I think. I walked out of there, and I actually have video of the moment I walked out of there, and I was singing Hamilton at the top of my lungs.
Oh my gosh, you were so obsessed.
I know, remember? And then I immediately found a food cart and crushed that food cart like nobody's business. Halal Brothers, and then they opened up a chain here.
Oh yeah, Halal Brothers is everywhere.
They're everywhere, but the food cart is sensational. I love that place. All right, what are we playing, Nick?
Guys, we're going to play Noise Machine today. This is how it works. I'm going to play a noise. You have to tell me what it is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so we're playing for SeaWorld tickets. Let's do movies with oceans.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's a movie that features an ocean.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can you explain it one more time?
Okay, so if you know any movies that have, because it's SeaWorld, Kyle.
Okay.
And you can see the world.
I think now I got it.
Okay, here's the sea. We're going to start with John J. Van Ness.
What is that? Did she say Arthur? Can I hear it again real quick or no?
Sure.
Titanic.
I was going to say that.
I'm sorry, Titanic is incorrect. Peyton, do you think you know it?
Free Willy.
No, wrong as well. Anybody?
Don't be an idiot.
Nobody? Oh, we were looking for Aquaman. He's literally the water man.
His name's Arthur.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
a great movie.
I never saw it.
I liked it.
Okay. John J., no points this round. Rich.
And I will then say to thee, you are my friend.
Come on, that is Free Willy.
That is Free Willy.
For shizzle.
Way to go, Rich. 1 point. Commanding lead. Peyton, so here's the deal. This should be pretty easy for you because we talked about this movie, and I told you it's my dad's favorite movie of all time.
I probably was not listening
well,
to that.
I mean, Godspeed.
You know, he's like a turd that won't flush. I want the girl.
Waterboy.
Waterboy
Yeah.
is incorrect. I'm
Don't
so
be an
sorry.
idiot.
Everybody else knows, right?
That was Adam Sandler, no?
Everybody else knows.
Caddyshack?
Waterworld.
Waterworld. Oh, that is a good movie.
I do remember talking about this vaguely.
Yeah.
Isn't that the most expensive movie of all time, or it was at some point?
Yeah, and I'm not kidding. Every time we went to the video store, my dad would rent that movie. I've seen it like 1,000 times, and I think I'm the only one. Kyle.
No one knows how deep it goes.
From the wind and the sails and the sea, come find me. I know those aren't the right words, but that's how it goes. It's
Okay.
Moana.
Moana is
Obviously.
correct.
For shizzle.
Okay. Thus far, Rich on the board with 1 point. Kyle with 1 point. Maddie.
Yeah, she's singing Moana now.
Well, tell her to cut it out because it's your turn.
A giant hairy porpoise. It's beached. It's suffering.
I don't know. Titanic.
Payton, I'm going to help her.
Titanic.
I mean, Titanic is so close. Go ahead.
SpongeBob.
The SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, is what we're looking for there. So I'm sorry, Maddie, no points this
No, I
round.
want to help her. Give her my point I stole.
No, because it wasn't the right movie. You just said SpongeBob.
You're so specific.
If you don't have the full
sometimes.
title, you don't get it.
Okay.
All right. John J, I'm very excited about this
Very
clip.
excited.
Various degrees of excitement.
All the
And you
success.
know, and you know there's something to this creature that's very unusual.
You love this movie.
I do.
You know.
You did. When it
I
first
feel
came out.
like it's the South Park guys. And I forget, was it, can I hear it again?
And you know there's something to this creature
Oh,
that's
this is the octopus.
very
My
unusual.
favorite octopus. Right? What's it called?
Yeah, look, you're on the right
It was
track.
called My Octopus Love or something like that.
It's My Octopus Teacher.
My Octopus Teacher. That was such a good movie.
I was very excited. I'm sorry, John Jay. You didn't get the full title though. Rich.
I'm sorry, Wilson. Wilson, I'm sorry.
Castaway.
Castaway.
Yeah.
For shizzle.
Rick, 2 points this game, and we'll move on to Payton.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief. I don't do that anymore.
Steal.
Lie.
Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11. Wow. Way to go, Payton. Still can't win, but that was the trickiest of all the clues. Kyle.
Jaws.
Is it? Are we sure?
I think so, yeah.
Jaws is correct.
Yay.
For shizzle.
Way to go, Kyle. 2 points for Kyle. 2 points for Rich. Maddie, the game is on the line right now for you.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Finding Nemo, is that what I heard?
Yes.
That is correct. Way to go, Maddie.
All right, Maddie. Does she win or we have another round?
She wins.
She wins. All right. You win, Maddie. You're going to SeaWorld. Congratulations.
Going to SeaWorld.
Hey.
All right, hold on. Let me get your information. A couple more messages from the text line. You text JJR and whatever you want to say. And by the way, when you text us, we could read the text or call you back. And I've been trying to call people back, but I get their voicemail. John Jay and Rich, I have never doubted how much John Jay loves Blake, but hearing that when they were dating, he went to a club to tell them to turn down the music because Blake asked him to, my man, good for you. My hubby used to do sweet things like that too. We all know you wouldn't do it now.
Would you do it now?
I would. In fact, I did something yesterday. I was taking my son. He had basketball. He had training. And then right out of training, we're going to go to the Cardinals game. And we were pressed for time. And I'm driving, my wife's favorite restaurant is Wildflower, and they closed down the one by us. And then I'm driving to training and I see a Wildflower. I go, hey, she called about something. I go, hey, there's a Wildflower on the way to training? She's like, yes, I used to take the kids there all the time when we would go to the train park. I'm like, yeah. She goes, maybe you could bring me home a salad. I'm like, oh.
Well, you started it.
I go, we're pressed for time. I go, I got to go to the Cardinals game. And she's like, I know, that's all. I'm just saying, never mind. And then, so I went and got her salad.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, so if I go get a salad, which to me is more inconvenient than walking to the club and tell them to turn down the volume.
I don't know. Both of those are pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Anyway.
The 2 to the 3 to the 4. When it's last call and they kick us out the door. It's getting kinda late, but the ladies want some more. Oh my, good lord. Tell them drink some. Cause I'ma pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Dale's got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar get tipsy. Cause I'ma pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Dale's got a history. At the bottom of a bottle, don't mess me. Everybody at the bar get tipsy. Everybody at the bar get tipsy. Everybody at the bar get tipsy.
1047 Kiss FM, John Jay and Rich. Text us. You text JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893, and we could read your text on the air, like this one, because that was just Shabuzi. See if you guys can answer this. I have an answer for this question, I think. Logical answer. It says, why did Shabuzi only get one song at the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Everyone got a full set except for him that first night. Ugh. My response is, I think we only know one song from Shabuzi. I think that was his whole set.
I think he has more songs than that.
Probably just like a new upcoming artist,
Or
maybe
maybe-
still trying to get a vibe.
Yeah, but like maybe they like he has the number. It's his song's been number one
For 11 weeks
maybe
now.
he squeezed us into his busy schedule. You
And
know
it's
what I
also,
mean? Like,
his song is like kind of kitschy, kind of like it stands like a fun song. So it's like, we're going to bring out the one fun song and then we'll get back to the stuff. That's how I look at it,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, all right, let's get some entertainment news. What's the new Diddy stuff, Kyle?
Okay, so it's kind of a little bit all over the place. So the first thing that caused a lot of people to go, what is happening, is Usher's X, or formerly known as Twitter account, got completely wiped out, along with some other celebrities too, which none of those are actually getting a lot of hype. Pink and Megan Fox apparently also deleted all their stuff too. But some people are speculating, you know how Usher was very close with Diddy, that he's maybe deleting some evidence that could incriminate him later on down the road, because now all the stuff that's happening with Diddy and all the things that they're finding out and the stuff that's coming out that was on the videos that were taken at these freak-off parties, it's just gotten so bad that a lot of people are thinking there's about to be a domino effect of people involved in Diddy's sex trafficking rings and all the bad things that he did at his parties and whatnot, right? So Usher came online afterwards and said, sorry, my account actually got hacked. So he's claiming he didn't delete all of his stuff and his account just got hacked.
Sure.
Who knows? In any case, all the people that have ever been to a Diddy party, if they get close to a paparazzi member or go on any interview, they're asked about it. Ray J was just asked about it on the Diddy parties and what he thinks of all this. And he claims to have seen a different Diddy party.
For myself, and I think a lot of other people in this industry, I mean, it's all a shock because, you know, we've never seen the stuff that's being said. Like, I've never been in rooms that people are talking about, and I never knew they existed. I just think everybody is still trying to digest it and still trying to understand it.
So, you know how there's a bunch of old clips of Diddy resurfacing. There's specifically a few that have gotten really popular with Justin Bieber in it. There's another interview that Diddy did back in 2002. He was on the late night show with Conan O'Brien. And Conan, because that's what Diddy was known for, right? His wild parties. So Conan asked Diddy, so what are the ingredients that make a Diddy party special? Here's what Diddy said.
Women, beautiful women, of course. Beautiful men for the ladies, of course. We need alcohols.
You need the ladies, you need the booze.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys see like the comments though underneath this?
No.
They were like, oh, Conan's definitely been to those parties. Like the way the body language of how he was asking these questions was like really, really interesting.
I can't see Conan O'Brien. I can't.
He doesn't really fit into
I
that
didn't
crowd.
actually watch the video, but I heard it. I listened to it more than a few times, and it's like I gave you the tiny version of it. Conan was like mostly being like, my parties are really lame. Like, what are your parties like? But you never. I mean, I don't put it past anyone in Hollywood.
Here's what I'm going to say about Ray J. I think Ray J wasn't invited. I think Ray J went to the party. Like, I remember one time when I worked in Houston, I worked at a country radio station, and the general manager was known to be a swinger, him and his wife, and they would like pick employees and have all kinds of weird sex parties with them, right? And it always happened at the Christmas party. And I heard when the Christmas party was over, the general manager's wife would come over and ask you to stay. And if you stayed, that's when things went down. So it was a normal company party. Everyone's having a good time. And then party's over. Everyone, see you later. And then a handful of people stayed. So maybe Diddy's parties are like that.
Oh, maybe.
Like, you have a big party. Ray J's here. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, you want to invite Ray J to the Freak League? Ray J. That guy hasn't hit in a long time. Bieber, bring him in. Like, you know what I mean?
Gosh.
That's
gosh.
what I think.
Maybe. I mean, you never know. But yeah, definitely all the stuff that comes out, it just gets more and more disturbing.
Okay, now, Payton, what do you say about Kim Kardashian and the Menendez brothers?
Well, apparently she met with them and talked to them about prison reform and how they can take steps to, better the judicial system.
They can't get out anymore, can they?
No, I don't think they can get out, but it's just, Kim Kardashian, who's trying to be a lawyer right now, talking to two of the most prolific killers. You know, there's a whole show about him right now. So
How far are we all on Monsters?
I
How far?
finished.
You finished it?
Mhm.
Kyle, how about you?
I'm on episode 3 or 4.
Okay, Rich?
Episode 7.
Grant? You finished it?
Yeah.
Okay, Payton finished, you finished it. So, and what's your take on it?
Well, you were talking about the if they could reopen essentially the case and do something about it. I watched another thing last night that apparently there's evidence of Lyle writing Eric letters that prove the abuse, like closer to, and they're saying that might be enough evidence to start basically retry the case.
Yeah, retry it.
To me, as a viewer right now, I'm on episode 2, and I remember the trial going on. To me, I feel like this whole abuse thing was made up. Like they killed their parents to get the money. That's why I'm at the part where they found the will or the whatever.
Right. It gets way deep into that.
Really deep into it.
Way deep. In fact, there's one whole episode that is just Eric talking, like one camera shot
That's what I
about
told
him
Grant.
talking about the abuse. It's the
that
weirdest
scene
thing.
took too long for me.
That was in court.
Whole episode.
I found that scene in court.
No, the Hurt Man. That episode?
No, I'm saying I found the actual. I did was I usually do with these shows. I pause, I start researching and looking at everything, and I went to YouTube and found first of all, the actors that play Lyle and Eric Menendez are so much better looking than the real guys.
Dude, I think
the real guys are so good looking.
This might be.
But I was so disappointed when I went and saw the actual footage.
I mean, the actors are good looking.
The real people.
I think real Eric kind of hot. He's kind of bae, dude.
Is he the real Eric?
Eric's the curly haired one that looks like a Kennedy. No, Lyle's the one with the toupee.
I think Toupee Eric in real life is much more handsome than the other one. But
It's just a lot different than the Dahmer one that we watched. Like when we watched Monster
they were serial
Dahmers.
killers. He was a serial killer
and it
eating
kind
people.
of gives it just like walks you through the eyes of Dahmer, where this one is like they're in jail the whole time, which I just wasn't expecting to watch. I thought we were going to have a whole setup to how they were before, and then the murders at the end.
When I was scrolling through YouTube looking for videos, I see this one. It says one of the brothers has a kid.
Mm-hmm. I think they're both married.
What?
Yeah,
But they're still in jail?
Yeah, it said the headline, the thumbnail goes, "How Lyle Menendez met his wife and had a kid while in prison." And I was like,
oh my.
Man, I didn't know you could do that.
Honestly, dude, I think we should give a big shout out to Javier Bardem. He was great. He was so good on
really
that show.
good.
And you don't see him in enough stuff being a good actor. So shout out to Javier.
Wasn't he
dude.
one of the Adams family? Wasn't he?
I don't think so. Was he? Last thing I saw him in was No Country for Old Men, and
Who are
he
you
was
talking
fire
about?
in that.
The dad.
Menendez's
dad.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
I
a
didn't
stud.
know.
I'm
I
almost
didn't know
positive he was Adams family dad. No?
I don't think so.
No,
was he?
or am I thinking Raul
Raul.
Julia?
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
That's what it is.